Alright everybody, as you can tell, I am standing here with my 4th gen Mitsubishi Eclipse. Most people know Eclipse is for having 4 cylinders. The 3rd generation Eclipse did have the 3-liter V6, but there's something that people tend to forget about the 4th gen in particular. Yes, there is a 2.4 4-cylinder, but what most people don't remember is that these cars came with a forgotten powerhouse. No turbo, no supercharger, no boost, naturally aspirated, beautiful sounds when you put an intake on it, and I'm going to show you exactly what engine I'm talking about. Alright, so here we have the 3.8 liter V6 MIVEC. MIVEC is a confusing thing. I didn't know what it was when I bought this car. You know VTEC, you know, like the banging off the rev limiter, you know what I'm talking about? Great. And if you're super invested in the knowledge of VTEC, there's a certain RPM where the VTEC cracks open, valve timing and all that good stuff opens up for a little bit of extra juice. That is pretty much MIVEC. This usually cracks open at 4,000 RPM. That is how it was made from the factory. And with a cold air intake from K&N, oh man, does it ever sound glorious. I'm going to put a sound clip right here. Just take a listen. To be completely honest with you, there's not a whole lot to say about this engine, but I'm going to dig a little bit more into reliability. Reliability is an important factor, especially when you have a car like this with a big old V6 in it. You want to be reliable and not just break it down every month. As everybody knows, of course, each car has their own thing that needs to be done to keep them happy. And in this case, for the 3.8 V6, it is timing. Timing is so essential for this motor. I see constant comments on people talking about on Facebook groups about this engine. Do I do timing? Is timing really that big of a deal on this engine? Yes, it is. And I'll tell you exactly why. Let me just show you a few sound clips and the comparison, and I'll tell you exactly what the difference is if you don't get it watching the video. The first video is before I ever did timing at all. The whole water pump, the belt assembly. This is how my car sounded here. It sounds pretty good. And then after I did my timing, when I drove away from the shop, I genuinely thought the mechanic messed up my car. Little did I know, my timing was so off that now that it was on point, it actually changed the tone of the exhaust. I didn't know that was possible, but apparently, if I would have driven like that any longer, a timing belt would snap, and basically that means kaboom! Whether I knew it or not, was driving a ticking time bomb. Alright, so coming onto the transmission side of things, this car was luckily picked a 6-speed gearbox. The release bearing is super common. It makes almost a rod knocking sound. I'll show you a clip of this here, how it sounded a couple months ago. This is the noise that we got. Press the clutch in, no noise, press it out. Press it in, nothing, release it. Is this release bearing? Well, once you get it fixed up, it sounds dialed. And another factor I should mention is fuel economy. To put it nicely, it is not Prius fuel economy at all. If you're driving nicely, on city, I've been lucky to get a little over 600 to 650 kilometers. Besides that, it's not great. It's not great, but that's why you make the excuses. You get smiles per gallon instead of miles per gallon. As I cry, fueling up premium in my car. Do not put regular gas in a car that takes premium exhaust. Of course, everybody likes to have a nice, loud, good-sounding car, not a fart can, obviously. RRE Performance does make aftermarket headers without the cat. I am running on 3-inch pipe. Catalytic converter here is gutted, and the one underneath the cab is completely gone, replaced with another 3-inch pipe, and it sounds really good. And another cool thing you can discover with some cars, when you are driving at a certain RPM and you lower the RPM when you are accelerating, let go of the gas, and ever so slightly tap the throttle, you even get nice pops and bangs, so who doesn't love that? Side note also, changing the serpentine belt is not very fun because it is not your traditional take a big wrench, loosen the tensioner and take the belt off. You gotta go under there. It's almost a two-man job. You gotta loosen the tensioner, which is a nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it, then take it off. Somebody has to hold it down there while you put the new belt on and then tighten it again. Then you gotta tell them whether it's tight or not. And just make sure your judgment is good on that one, because serpentine belts do tend to fly off, turns out. If you actually search up 4G75 swaps, people put these in super small Mitsubishi Mirage cars, and it's pretty intimidating actually. Keep up with your maintenance, full synthetic oil changes, keep up with checking everything. Do not forget maintenance. As I say on almost every video when people ask me how do I fix this, quite a lot of plans with this car as it is turning back into the summertime and no more snow. If you guys want to check out more videos about the Eclipse, I have made multiple on this channel, so go check that out. If you're interested in learning more about this engine and you don't know much about it, I will leave a Facebook group link in the description where you can ask as much questions, and the 4th gen group, whether 4-cylinder, V6, they got your back. That's how I learned a lot about this engine. And again, thank you guys so much for watching.